Hi, thank you so much for meeting with me today, and welcome to the STS Success Talk series. I'm Leah, and I'm the Peer Success Coach Assistant for Binghamton University. I'm really happy that we have you here, and I would love to have this talk about success and kind of showcase some resources available at Binghamton. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, Leah, thank you so much for having me today. My name is Lauren Morris. I am the current Assistant Director for Student Success Coaching for the Student Transition and Success Department.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that about yourself. So, as I said before, today's topic will be success. So, the first thing I wanted to ask you is what does this topic mean to you?
So, I definitely thought of this long and hard. When you type success into a Google search, the thing that comes up is the accomplishment of an aim or purpose. Um, I felt like that was so general. I feel like success is something that is very personable and personal to each person. Um, Essentially, it can be an achievement of a desired goal for one person, but it could also be a feeling. I definitely go back to my past in volleyball and sort of remember what it feels like to block someone for the first time and that excitement and that thing that you just did that was so amazing and remarkable. That feeling is something that resonates. And I think that is something that goes along with success. Being able to complete things independently for yourself, I think is something that some people sort of reflect on and can see that alone is something to be successful and proud of. And I think something that's important is that success can change. So I know when I was younger, I think being independent was super successful to me and something that I really aimed for. But now that I'm older, I think being able to manage my time in ways that is really great feeling for me is something that I see success in, or some ways to prioritize my schedule or being able to do all the things that I want to do is something that I see success in. But also, people can see it as a financial gain. Being paid more money or having a big house that can also be successful for people. So, again, it is so varying and so different for each person, but it's overall a feeling of enjoyment and fulfillment, I think.
I love that. I think that was a very comprehensive definition. And I think it ties in really nicely to my next question, which is what do you feel like success looks like at Binghamton University?
Again, I feel like there's many different versions of success here for our students. But I put together a list of some common ones that we see come through our office. So I think our number one is academic achievement, right? So that can include GPA, that can include test scores. Usually it has some sort of letter or number grade involved with it. But I think that is something that students look to as success. Um, Internships are also something, or job searches, whether they be on campus jobs like being an RA, a TA, or office assistant, or even job searching after college. So getting interviews and offers, or again, internships over the summer. Um, Research experience could also be something that is looked on as being successful. Being able to have those connections with professors and faculty is something that is definitely seeked on our campus. And then the ultimate success, right? Graduation, leaving here in a cap and gown and getting a very fancy piece of paper in the mail is definitely a great feeling for some of our students, or really all of them. Um, but again, definitely not a super comprehensive list, but definitely things that we talk about often in our meetings with students.
I think you do a really good job of highlighting both those smaller successes and the bigger successes. And I think that that's one thing that's really great to Binghamton University students is you know that regardless of the scale, you're being able to make an impact. And at the end of the day, you'll be rocking out of here with that really fancy piece of paper. So my next question hones in a little bit on success as a concept and how we can define success, whether that's having a success mindset or having a set definition, and what that looks like.
Yeah. So when I think of success, I usually think of a growth mindset. So usually what that means to people is essentially thinking that challenges help us grow. So people don't really fear failure in a growth mindset. They take on challenges, they want new experiences, but they also focus on the small successes. And they're able to reflect back and say, hey, this one big thing is really challenging right now, like graduation. When you're a freshman, graduation seems very far away. Little do they know it comes up very quick. But it could seem like something that is insurmountable in the moment. And I think being able to break it down into small successes, saying, like, hey, I passed this test today. That was great. That was a great feeling. How do I keep going with this? And how do I make sure that these challenging moments are ways that I can grow in? I think also being able to have a mentor on this campus is super helpful. Being able to surround yourself with people that you look up to and people that you find very fun to be around while also learning a lot from. But again, I think focusing on those proud moments, learning from the moments that potentially could make you struggle, but also leaning on those people that are around is super helpful. Another helpful thing about success or growth mindset is how motivating it can be, and wanting to be the best and have that feeling of like ultimate encouragement, I guess. I think something that can be harmful in that is unhealthy competition, right? If we're constantly looking at what others are achieving, if we're constantly saying, I need to be the best, I need to be the best, that can be a bit detrimental to us. So, again, making sure that you're surrounding yourself with people that can help you through those situations, and people that can encourage you and tell you that you are the best no matter what. And the best, again, is not just one standard. It's not the 4.0 that a lot of people strive for. It can be a 3.9 or a 3.5. The best is your definition. Again, just like success.
Thank you for sharing all of that. I definitely love the things that you touched upon there, and I think I'll be reflecting on a little bit of that for myself. So, the last thing that I want to ask you about is, can you share any resources that you know about on our campus that can help students achieve success?
Oh gosh, there are so many, right? So, again, you want to make that network on campus, whether that be faculty, staff, peers, um, people from the community. You want to make sure you feel supported. And I think that is definitely a resource on campus that isn't talked enough about. Is definitely making your own little network. But actual offices on campus, I also want to touch on. Our Fleischman, our career center on campus, they definitely can set you up and hook you up with some awesome opportunities and some growth areas. Our SSD office on campus can also help with some academic help situations. Another academic help office could be tutoring, also talking with your TA or again your faculty person, so that you feel like you are accomplishing what you want to accomplish here. And really the last one that I definitely want to highlight, and again, I definitely didn't mention all of them on campus, but the last one I do want to highlight is success coaching. If you feel like you want to talk to someone, you just aren't sure who to talk to on campus, that is absolutely a great place to start. And again, we can always talk about what your definition of success is during your appointment.
Thank you. Those are some really cool resources. And I just want to reiterate what Lauren was saying. And if you're interested in setting up a meeting with a success coach, you can definitely head over to Be Successful and sign up for one with Lauren, myself, or any of the other peers so we can talk more about your definition of success and how to help you achieve that.